Howdy everyone, and welcome to the stream. I hope y'all are doing alright. Today we're going to be working on some items for the reQuest game. Now that I've been working on some good items here. And I'm going to, right quick, for those that are not in the Discord and may not know, this has become a roguelike. It's going to be much like the original game plan, but for the sake of brevity, I'm going to be generating the dungeons randomly. Sort of like a Binding of Isaac style, where the rooms are pre-built, but you get pushed into them. And so today we're going to be working on the items that you discover in the dungeon. And so so this is what I have here. I have probably seen all the equipment stuff and everything. But as you explore this dungeon here, so if I say, oh, some commands are broken for whatever reason, and my controls are broken. I was playing with controls earlier, and so trying to figure that out. That should fix that. Okay. So as you can see, we'll come through here when we explore these dungeons. Let's see if I can clear this room. There we go. Okay. And so you can see that chest spawned up there. Here, this will be a common chest, and we'll get like these items here. We got speed boots, which will make us run faster, and you'll get different things like roguelikes are fun. I typically don't play roguelikes, but it's perfect for me because I like programming. I'm more of a programmer than not, but I'm doing this game solo at the moment. And roguelikes are fun to program. Not so much for me to play, but I do enjoy programming them. So, instead of going through and looking for the different weapons, we'll have a few here. And one of my favorites, we'll have like different tiers of swords too, like weapons. Like if we look here, we have a common sword. You know, you'll always start with a sword. It has a dash ability right now. So if I say give mana, it has this ability to where we'll dash, which is broken because I've been playing around with things. Should be this one there. And so we'll get a little dash. We'll hit enemies along the way. I'm probably going to move that to a separate item, but you get the idea. But there's other weapons. One of my favorite is the broken sword. Oop. Why don't I stream faster? What is that supposed to mean? Give item broken sword. So we have this here. This is a legendary item. Has good damage, good AP generation. AP generation is mana, basically. I haven't reskinned this. I stole that from the Zone of Curse streamer, but it's going to function the same way. You hit stuff to generate mana, a bit like Hollow Knight, I think. And so this one has, and this item is cool because it has a story to it. I want to try to put some story to some of the items. And this one is possessed by by its previous owner. And so so that's what's cute. Like, it is broken, but its previous owner is sort of possessed a spirit. And we'll have cursed items as well. We'll play around with that. And it's keeping the sword afloat. And so, like, it attacks with that. And it has this really cool ability. So if I say give mana, you won't be able to see it here. We'll have to fights and stuff to really see it. We'll go ahead and give it 2. So, and here we have a merchant here as well, and he'll sell different stuff. We can see here we have a scythe, a feather, which is really cool because it adjusts your gravity. So if I just take this off now, you see we have pretty standard platformer gravity. I really enjoy the way it feels, but if you wanted like a slower gravity, you can get that, and it's really interesting combined with certain things like if we combine it with this, which gives us sort of a double jump with but like an explosive with it. If you combine that with the feather, that you get a really nice effect. And that's sort of the kind of thing that I want to go with the items. I want to have items that combine in such a way to be interesting. You love the mage guy? Yeah, but we drew him on stream. He's really cool. Very cool way we're going to go about him. But with the sword here, the really cool thing about it is it has a sort of like scattered projectile effect. That's really good against groups of stuff. So yeah, so that's a lot of fun. So it's sort of like a boomerang combined with like a shotgun. So welcome to that. Heady. It would be funny if that sword acted like a whip, or at least felt like it had a higher range than a normal sword. That's what I'm wanting to do. That actually, I do want to do that. Like I'm using like a placeholder swipes right now, and I'm just sort of drag and drop. And I haven't made a whole lot. There's a few of them, but I want to have because I'm not doing any animations for the weapons right now. All I'm doing is hiding the weapon and showing the sprite. But I do want to have the sword sort of whip out like that. That would be a very cool. Oh. Synergizing weapons and armor, Vanity says. Exactly. I want them to have a great synergy, because there's going to be there's going to be a lot of varieties too, because there's going to be plenty of items, and I want some of them to combine in such a way that really can make a run just OP. Because this is going to be a roguelike, not a roguelite, which is like, I mean, there will be some, not persistence, but there will be some metagaming to it. So with a roguelite, you sort of build your stats up like you could imagine an RPG. You build up character stats, you gain strength, you know, gain levels and stuff like that. We're not going to have that. It's going to be like, you can beat the game from the initial run, but as you do, like, you'll unlock quests, and as you complete quests, it may change the dungeon. So like, you might have a typical cave. You'll start out with a typical cave, everything looks like this, but maybe you do a quest later on that corrupts the cave, and so you find this new corrupted area that is the cave, but it has like stronger enemies to it that would have not been there originally. So that's what we're going to do as far as progression. Like, we're going to be changing the world and adding new items, the typical roguelike stuff. I suggest adding the ability to broken sword where if it gains enough kills, it changes the look. What we're gonna do is if you get low enough on health, it is, like I said before, it is possessed by its previous owner. If you get low enough on health, then it will separate and start attacking you to try to take you, and so that you can possess the sword to free itself. That's the story behind that. And if you get far enough into the game, into the dungeon, without losing so much health, then you can purify the blade and change it. Is the sun still vibing? The sun is still vibing, but he's not in the caves right now. We'll have a town, so we will have a town area. We'll probably even have some world exploration and stuff. But for right now, for what I have in the demo right now, there is no town yet. So it will be in the town, and it will have some quests, and it will have a sky temple, which is something I worked on at some point. Let me find it. So if we go into the assets, tile sets, and howdy time, Princess. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Nope, not here. Could have sworn. Wait, where am I even at? Yeah, I'm here. Assets. Oh, here. I need to remove that folder. I don't think it's doing anything. So here, probably be easier if I could just see this. Okay, let me go into here and do it then. So we go to assets, tile sets. Okay. I know why that's there, but that's going to be confusing. Tile sets. Maybe it's somewhere. Here, let me open this up. Oh, this is a joy I wasn't expecting today. Yes, I'm glad to be streaming. Sky Temple, huh? Bird people again. So we talked about previously. We have the we talked about these guys on the previous stream. We have the sun zealots. They worship the sun god, and they have like a temple in the sky. And like we have this big frog. If we come here, I can show you here. If I say warp balls. We have this boss fight here. And what I'm thinking with this guy, I'm not going to get too much into it. What I'm thinking with this guy is, like after the boss fight, that you can find, like maybe you do something in the fight that sort of sets him up to float you into the sky to get to the sky temple. So that's what I'm thinking about that area. But, and I have the sprites drawn for some of the sky temple stuff. It looks really cool, and I want to find it right quick. I don't want to spend too long doing it, but I may not have exported it. That might be why. So let's go into the ASC here. There it is. Okay. Let me just try that again. All right here. So you can see we have this sort of, some of this sky stuff drawn. And I mean, that's all I have. It's not a, fleshed out concept, but you can get the idea. And I think that'll look really cool. Sort of combining the dirt with the sky stuff. I think that'll be good. How about when you're beating the boss, you'll be able to use the frog to float? That's what I'm talking about. So I'm thinking like, if you do a certain thing in that fight, like maybe you take out the goblin first. We talked about like frogs are optional enemies. So like if you fight the goblin and not the frog, which will be a greater challenge, then maybe you can mount the frog and float up to the sky temple, that kind of thing. Not for the demo, of course, because the demo is just going to be the cave area. But like that's the kind of thing I want to do. I want to do some branching paths so that like the choices that you make in that dungeon can affect which paths you take. And we'll have, you know, lots of different areas and stuff. I think that'll be fun. So like saddles, well, it's already saddled if you look at it. It has a saddle on it, and you'll be able to mount it as it floats around. Well, not floats around, but like as it floats up. And we could even have like a goblin. Goblins have these little zeppelins, and with dirt frog zeppelins, and they could try to attack you. Like we could have this sort of a event sequence where you're floating up, trying to deal with their zeppelins and stuff. I think that would be fun. Like they. It's really silly, and it might be a lot of work, but I think it's a really good idea. But we are here to deal with items, and so I want to sort of think about some items that we could make for this. I don't have any in mind right now. Howdy. I don't have any in mind right now, so I don't know what we're going to do yet. Let me check my Trello board right quick. I do jot down some ideas for that occasionally. I don't know how much of this I can't share. Should be fine, most of this. But if we say, here, we set accessories here. I don't think we have anything interesting here. Max health, critical chance, critical damage. Nothing interesting. I don't want to just do stat accessories. I want to do some accessories that give you abilities. I think that would be really cool. Like, for one, maybe we might do here in a little bit, is an accessory that kind of gives you like a pet. Not like a really complicated pet, but I think a Binding of Isaac does this, where like you get flies that float around you and they shoot for you and stuff like that. And we won't deal with any collision or anything like that, or at least not any hard type of collision or pathfinding or anything. But we could do something like that. So we'll say pet accessory that attacks with you. I think that would be fun. It's even better. It's a GE dev stream. Yay. Well, no, we're not deving. We're going to be drawing today, mostly. We are going to be designing, though, and thinking of ideas. Now, I do have one item I want to do, which would be a flail. I think that would be a lot of fun to make. And I think that's the only thing I have left in the weapon. Oop. Not that one. That would be here. So if we look here, what do we got? Well, we can mark off some of these probably. Torch. I never made that into a weapon. I should consider that. That's actually a really cool idea. So torch weapon. You could have it like in an offhand or something. What about an item that creates a copy of the player, his stats and items? Isn't drawing part of the drawing is part of development, but typically when you say development, I think of when you say a dev, I think of programming. GE short for game endeavor, yes. What would be the purpose of that roulette? How about a wooden sword that has a chance to root enemies? Enemies rooted take more damage. Now, for right now, I want to avoid adding too many status effects. But I like the idea of a wooden weapon having some kind of interesting nature-like magic. So wooden weapon with nature magic. Now, that was something I was wanted to tell y'all. We don't have this item in the game yet, but we do have this little bubblegum staff, which we're thinking I was trying to make a cool little magic staff and ended up making a thing that kind of looked like a bubblegum. And so I want to do a thing where like you shoot out like a ball of bubblegum and that can stick to enemies and sort of gum them up like that. But that would be a status effect, which I want to avoid for right now, because I would have to implement it for everybody, and that takes a lot of time. I assume it'll work as a distraction or additional damage. That was thought behind the doppelganger. Could do that. The trick with that we would have to do a lot of working with pathfinding and stuff. But we would consider it. Like for these pets, these will probably most likely be flying pets. Stuff that's really easy to implement, especially for pathfinding wise. Grounded things, pathfinding gets a lot trickier. Unless it acts more like a sentry. And since it's a match, that's not a bad idea at all. So like a summon weapon, that spawns temporary critter that fights for you. So it could be a doppelganger. If we make it so that it's like very temporary, it doesn't cost a lot. It's not meant to follow you. You're not restricted to that, just that one. Spawning it again will respawn another one, but like not like a thing that just follows you all the time, because we would have to deal with pathfinding. But something that works like a sentry and stays where it's spawned, but looks for nearby enemies. That is an interesting idea. So for that, wooden sword has a chance to drop an apple that you can grab and heal you. Oh, that's a cool one. I do want to do some kind of weird healing thing. I don't want healing to be too common though, because healing right now, like I want to keep health pretty like a scarce resource health, that is. But some kind of thing that drops a healing item could be interesting. I mean, you already drop hearts when you kill something, but when you hit something, that could be interesting, especially if you get something that lowers your damage output. You could have a chance to spawn more items. That's a really cool idea. So I'm gonna write down right quick, doppelganger. I'm going through it also right quick. Throw up this. Nope, not that. This. We'll go ahead and throw out the we have a battle axe too, which is really cool. We'll throw this here just for some visuals so y'all don't get bored. So right. So item or weapon, to be more clear. Weapon that has a chance to spawn a healing item here. Synergizes with lowering damage. That could be an interesting way to do about that. Like, I don't know how valuable that would be. And it probably wouldn't be the best choice, but it is an interesting thing to consider. I can't imagine too many people would do it, but it is an option. Some sort of flying pig could be cute. Flying pig. Flying pig would be adorable. Here, I'll make a tag under here so we can consider different kind of, because that is the thing I've been considering, is like, what kind of pet accessories could we have? Flying pig would absolutely be adorable. That would be the best, just to be cute. I mean, it would just be like great. Weapon has a chance to heal enemy. What good would that be? It does have to be useful. Come to think of it, what equals magic is a thing, is it not? It's like a druid magic. It's not something that I've ever done in my games or stories. I've never messed with the druid magic, but yeah, we could absolutely have some fun with druid magic. Flying piggy bank. That's what I thought of. Like that reminds me of the flying piggy bank from the from Terraria, but this would be a pet, and it'd probably be like we'd probably make it a chunky pig just to be cute. But yeah, I really love the ravens. Ravens would be good too. I would love to have like a really creepy, cute critter. Something that you're like, oh, but then it kind of feel bad for it at the same time. Flying piggy bank gives Terraria vibes, yeah. I mean, Terraria is one of my favorite games, so I'm absolutely fine so long as they don't sue me. But I mean, flying pigs is a thing though. Like when pigs fly is a thing, which was the very first thing that come to mind. And like an inflatable. I'm gonna put inflatable weapon and put axe in parentheses. Inflatable weapon would be funny. Inflatable weapon. You know what? I mean, this would be absolutely awful. But imagine the merchant sells you an item that looks really cool, but then when you get it, it's actually like an inflatable weapon that just like a plastic sword. Every single one of your critters makes you feel bad about hitting. Well, see, this critter will be on your side though, but it'll just be like it'll be like a cute kind of spider. I don't want to really animate a spider, like a tiny spider, but we'll add it. That would be a lot of work to animate such a tiny spider, but I think that would be very cute. Spider. Okay, so let me think. Tell you what, let's start sketching out a flying pig while we think about this. So let me here. We'll just sort of. Now I want to be thinking about some other items, especially some ones that could be synergized well with other things. Bunny is a good sidekick. Bunny would be a good sidekick. Bunny, the trouble with the bunny though, like with these pet items, I'm thinking it's more of an equipment thing, not a summon thing, which means we would have to worry more about pathfinding. Maybe not pathfinding, but like we'd have to teleport them towards the player. Then again, since we're doing simple little rooms, like we could just move the critter to you whenever you enter the room. So if you lose it, it's not that big of a deal. We'd still have to deal with it because you'd probably want it to follow you around, and like we'd have to deal with it dodging spikes and stuff like that. But it wouldn't be the end of the world if it got stuck somewhere. Mosquito sidekick. Mosquito would be difficult to draw. That said, the frog here. Let me open him up right quick. Here, he has little flies on him, and so we could absolutely have some little flies. You wouldn't be able to see it. Maybe we have some kind of item that makes you smelly or something. Item that makes you smelly and spawns flies. The flies may not be useful, but it's still something to consider. Howdy from Russia. Howdy, howdy. Breadsticks or baguettes as a staff weapon. I'm not personally into baguettes and stuff and bread, but I'll make a note of it. So breadstick weapon. I want some like really epic weapons. There are going to be some silly weapons, but for right now, I want to focus on some really cool weapons. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my reference thing right quick, just to show y'all what I kind of think we could work with. We'll look up for some stuff on Pinterest, just to sort of get ideas for some weapons we could do. Because Pinterest has some really cool weapon icons. Sometimes it's hard to find stuff like pixel art for things. Weapons and items is not one of those things. Like, you can find so many good weapons. Like right here, I just opened Pinterest. I haven't searched for anything. It just knows that I like weapons. I cannot help myself from saving these because they look so darn cool. So here's some stuff. Really love how all that stuff looks. Here's a good-looking sword right there. So I want to have these like really cool weapons because you can imagine like the player sort of walking around with these epic weapons. I think that would look cool. So here's some cool stuff. Now I don't want to get too over the top. And look at this spear. That looks pretty epic. And that sword looks good too. So yeah, so that's the kind of stuff I want to sort of design right now. There's some really epic looking stuff. Like somebody gets that and goes, "Oh wow, this is really cool looking." The command window looks very interesting. I do one for my game. It's very good. Oh, it's so good. Like I would absolutely recommend a command window because I can do all kinds of stuff into it. Like spooky shield that has a chance to fear enemies. That could be cool. I'd have to implement a fear effect, but that's something that would be cool. But yeah, and especially for like getting around. Like say I could warp to the boss. I could warp to I don't have too many warp to buttons, but I could do like damage. Like if I want to test for like healing and stuff like that, then I can very cool have a console, all kinds of commands. Okay, so what am I working on? So spooky shield was really cool. So I don't know, a shield? Can we do it with a shield? I really like the idea of a spooky shield. Like you could imagine like a shield with a face on it, like some kind of horrid face. We might sketch that out because I'm interested in that. But for the demo's sake, I don't know that I want to do the fear thing. Speaking of which, the demo is going to be coming out really soon. We're already testing it. There's still some stuff I want to add in. Like we're testing the combat and the boss fight. I haven't added in the cutscenes or the story or anything like that. But demo's like very, very soon. I'm not gonna say how soon because that's not ready yet. but very soon. Maybe you need to play with color, which is what did I say that for? Yeah, that's what I'm focusing on right now. Is like I said, I don't want to add too much stuff because I'm focusing on the demo right now. But I want to add some really cool weapons to sort of like it's cool right now, like there's some great weapons and stuff like that. But I want you to be like, oh wow, there's some really cool stuff in here. So that's what I want to focus on. I want to focus on some really cool stuff that's easy to implement. So when I get hit, it will yell at you, aha. We could do some cool stuff like that. I'm going to add in like spooky shield with face. That would be very cool. Now I'm trying to think about what we would do with it. Really cool idea. But what's something quick that we could do with it? There's also another thing I need to add. Let me find my... pull this back up right quick because I have in my TikTok videos, I show off this sort of magic spell thing that I need to add into it. So weapon that uses TikTok magic, because that was a really cool effect. I don't want to feel like going looking for it right now, but sure, let's go looking for it. No, let's not, because I don't know what we're gonna pull up. So I'm not too experienced with TikTok. I don't know what kind of things it shows. But yeah, so let's go back here. So spooky shield with a face. Let's go ahead and sketch that out. I think that would look cool. The player has the shield on him, so we'll just have to sketch over it. It's gonna be a big shield, I think. Anyhow, oop, don't do that. But we're gonna add another one here. We're just gonna sketch this on top. I think it'd be neat if the shield could talk to you. Well, I don't see much of a need for that. I'd have to implement all that chatter and. Oh, I have lost one of my gloves. I gotta find it. So I'm gonna try these and hopefully these ain't too bad. Alright. So, yeah, I don't see a reason to have the shield talk to you. And like this, the shield mostly gonna be used in combat. And so it would be distracting. So what kind of shape do we want here? Like I said, I think I want to go with it face shape. Okay, what I'm gonna do. And I guarantee face shields, face shaped shields are a thing. So we're gonna look at those right quick and get some ideas. I'm kind of one of the things that comes to mind is the mirror shield from Legend of Zelda. I don't want to do something like a mirror. I want it to be looking like an actual face, but that sort of gives me some ideas. So face shield. Oh, that's gonna pull up some like face mask type things, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yep. What's another keyword then? Shield with face. That's no better. Huh. This might be trickier than I thought. RPG, what about that? Now this is cool. This one has like a little skull thing on there. I think that could be fun to do. It's not what I have in mind, but it's really a cool idea that we could play with. Mostly I'm looking for shield shapes here. I don't know a whole lot about shields. So I'm just looking at some quick shield shapes to get some ideas. And there was one I seen. This one, I think this is kind of what I had in mind. Not so much like detailed, but like sort of the shape wise. Okay. Howdy, Arteni. Welcome to the stream, bud. GE the axe, top left. What are we looking at? That axe? I'm trying to make a 2D hack and slash game. Is there a YouTube playlist you could recommend me for a 2D hack and slash? Oh. I'm not sure. Okay. So with this, I'm thinking something like. Now, we also need to talk about what the shield really does. I might expand this out a bit. Right now, shields are an interesting thing. I needed to give them I needed to make them pretty good because you can dual wield in the game, and dual wielding is pretty good. I had to actually nerf it recently because it was too good. And so to incentivize shielding, it does two things. One, it gives you a chance to outright block an attack. So no matter what the attack gets, just absolutely ignored. And it has some damage reduction on top of that. And I think it's about 20% damage reduction. So they're pretty good. The axe on the top left drawing is better. I don't know what I'm actually talking about. Sorry. Okay. So with this guy, that shield actually looks really cool. That's a really cool shield shape. I'm going to copy this because we might reuse that for some other things. Oops. And so with this, I'm sort of thinking like, sort of maybe like a demonic looking thing. I wanted to go something more haunted, so I don't want to go too demonic. But, oops. Can you hold your shield in front of yourself or parry? No, shields don't get used. They're just sort of a passive thing. And I think I want to keep it that way because, like me personally, I don't never use shields in games. Like I never block in a game. I just not a thing I do. So I like when they're kind of passive. So this is just, it's basically like armor, basically, pretty much. Black shield with yellow eyes. Could do something like that. This will be, this right now I'm using what I call my silhouetting color. So this isn't going to be the actual colors, but Blackwoods could do that. Just sort of figuring out the shapes right now. So I think that's kind of weird, right? Parrying is a hot mechanic these days. Really? I'm not too big on it personally. I'm not too keen. We'll probably get a lot of requests for it, and I will probably, more than likely, going to shut them all down because it's just not really my kind of thing, to be honest. Same, I prefer, personally, like, demonic look. I'm thinking about making demonic looking. I was going to go for more haunted, but I think demonic could look really cool. I think we're going to pull this up a little more. Like this. Might be too big. Yeah, I think that's alright. Okay. So like this. Oh, this could look really cool. I think this is gonna look really good. I do think I want to raise this a bit though. So I can do like this. I was saying something. What was I saying? Oh, I want the gameplay to be more about dodging rather than blocking, which is sort of why I'm against it. I want to incentivize people to be more active in how they play. Do Captain America shield? I'm sure you won't have any copyright issues. There is like a throwing mechanic. It doesn't look like it. I'm pretty sure, like, we'll have to see what the legality of that is. But you can actually throw your shield. There's a shield throw ability. Better red eyes. Well, like, we'll work on colors in a little bit. But yeah, you can actually, like, throw your shield. But that's an ability. It costs the mana to do that. But besides that, if you right click like with the shield, it doesn't do anything, which is how I like it. A mix between a possessed look and a demonic look could be interesting. Could be. I don't know how I'd pull that off, though. If you have suggestions, let me know. This isn't looking evil enough, though. Why? I'm thinking it's the eyes. The eyes aren't. What if we do like this? Oh, that changed it a lot. Oh, that's good. Instead of a parry, how about some shield mechanic where you have invincibility frames for a short time? Maybe. I'm gonna make, like, it might be an ability for a certain shield. So here we'll say shield ability. I don't know what we call it. I don't know how we do it, but like sort of I'm just gonna say invulnerability. So like maybe you pull up your shield or something like that. I mean, it sounds silly that you wouldn't do that normally though, but I think it's right there. What's your current color palette for the shield? If I were to suggest something, I think red and gold combined with either red or green. I'm not working about colors right now. This is my silhouetting color. If you ever see me working in these colors here, it's typically almost always, except for things like the axe and stuff, usually a silhouetting color. I do the shapes first and then I do colors later. So I don't know what the color is right now. I'm not concerned with the colors. I'm thinking about just how it looks. I'll probably do some kind of red stuff though. I don't really have a good red. Like we have these dangerous reds. I don't really have like demonic reds. They're very bright and saturated, usually meant for like dangerous things. So I'm gonna have to throw in another red. This is looking interesting though. What if I do this? Oops. No. The horns, I like the horns are fine, but I think they could be better. I just don't know how I'd do it. But I think it looks fine. All right, so let's start thinking about the colors now. So what I'm thinking, I do think I want to lean towards some red, but I think I also want to get some gold in here a little bit. Maybe. So let's look. Let's start with this. See how this looks. I don't think like I said, I think I want to go more towards reddish, but sort of almost this kind of red. This is more of a purplish, but sort of almost red kind of look. And as for the horns, we don't want to match too much with the face. I'm thinking some sort of like almost yellowish. I might have to add in another yellow as well, because this is going to look more like jewelry, but that's not what I want. I should also do that shapes things next time I make a picture. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Maybe a druidy looking shield. Oh, a druid looking shield. That would be cool. Druid. Must call it a nature shield. I don't know about a druid shield, but like a nature shield. Wood and vines. Okay. So let's go. Yeah, let's create another yellow. This one is going to be less saturated, more towards here. Darker color a little bit. It's meant to be like, it needs to contrast the skin though, but it's going to be meant for things like horns and stuff like that. So I want it to look kind of a little bit gritty, almost like bone maybe. Isn't that what horns are? I don't know. That's the dumbest thing I've ever said. I have no idea what they are. Flame eyes here could be. Flame eyes could be cool. Yes, we could even have some like particles or something. Let's try this here for now. It still doesn't contrast the skin too. This is gonna be difficult to get this to look like horns while contrasting the skin. But oh wait, which one did I? Oh, here we'll do this. I need you to be there. Typically, oh that's why. Okay. Typically, I'm working in a index color. Okay. I must have changed it at some point. And so for this one, we just want to throw in some sort of shadows in here. I'm throwing these down right now. This isn't going to be what it looks like, but I'm just sort of throwing it in so we can adjust it. Why are you not? Stay unlocked. Higher V by half. Would you do it for bone, I think? What? Oh, I don't know. Let's throw some stuff in here right quick. Oh, this is terrible looking. I can't remember which one of these I usually do. Let me throw up the saturation a bit. I think it's V that I use. This looks right. Okay. So go back to here. You said higher V by half. I feel like it should be a little bit dark. Well, probably the other one, but yeah. I know I want this to be a bit darker. Do you want it to be contrasted? Because I'm especially like right here. See how much it contrasts and stands out. I think this is. I think that might work there. Bone is like a dirty yellowed white. That's what I'm going for. Sort of a dirty yellowed white, but I want it to contrast. I want it to stand out from the skin, so that's not that can't be really confused. I think that looks fine. This one might be a bit too dark of a step. I think that works. What do y'all think? Every time I make a glow in my pixel art, I just max saturation. Yeah, like saturation is good for making those vibrant colors. For the horns, you should do a horn color, like, and the eyes should be a shield eye color. Just here to help. Thank you. More V. I think it looks good. I think it looks good. I think I'll think with that. We can always tweak it later. Now, his skin color though, that is not working. So we're gonna go with a red, but almost like a purplish red, kind of. We want this to be sort of a demonic red, is what we're going for here. So we don't want too high on saturation. I might even pull back towards here a little bit more. We do want some saturation, though. Okay. So let's bring up here. Demonic red should be darker red. Yeah, it's not gonna be too vibrant. I mean, we're gonna do a whole shade. Like I'd do a whole shade here, and we'll work with the darker shade. This right here is actually probably going to be the highlighting color that I'm working on right now. Not the highlighting color, but it's going to be the color that stands out the most. It's not going to be the full color though. Like I'm working a little bit backwards from what I normally do here. The main shield's not going to be this color, but I'm trying to get it to stand out and see how much it stands out. That's not too bad. I do think we need to bump this up to there though. And then this one we can bring it down a bit. And this will be like used for a lot of this here. We'll give it a good bit of saturation. Not saturation, but a good bit of contrast. Does seem too purplish now. So we're going to pull this over here. And this one, just a little bit. And we'll probably give it like a good red glow in the eyes or something. It's not too bad. Not too bad. It's starting to become one terrifying shield. Yeah. Sort of like it's going to be a pretty good shield. Now I just need to think about what's a good ability for this shield. Like not every shield is going to be throwable like the other one. That was just the ability for that one. What could we do here? I like this. This is pretty good. Shield. I like this. What else could we do? What if we pull this here a little bit? Probably give us a bit more room with the mouth. To be honest, it's looking more like he is holding an actual demon head rather than a shield. Yeah, but it'll be fine. We'll probably do some kind of like a thing around it. It do be glorious. It's sort of like what I was kind of going for though. The shield could can inflict fire damage to enemies. Oh, that's good. Yeah, like especially if like an enemy attacks you, can inflict them with fire damage. That's really good. Demon shield inflicts fire damage to enemy attack. Could also here. It could also give you immunity to fire damage. There is some item I want to do an item that gives you immunity to fire damage. Could give immunity to fire damage. That would be really good. Pro fire damage. That's it. How about it knock back or deal damage to enemies who hits you? We could do like a thorny shield that does that. Like a retaliation type thing. Or maybe immunity to fire damage. Yeah. That's already there. That's going to be cool. Because I think there was one item I was thinking. And I made this item as like a little gag. But I made an item that when you equipped it, it would permanently set you on fire. Like as long as you were equipping it. So like if you put it on, you get set on fire. And you would stay on fire until you took it off. And that would be like, it's not very useful, but I thought it was like a funny little thing to do just for testing purposes. But then it got me thinking about like, imagine you had that with fire immunity. So imagine like this, he sets you on fire, like he eternally burns your soul, but like you gain immunity to fire damage. That could be an interesting way to go about that. Just a little too late, but you're fine. The shield looks like it could talk and give bad advice to lose health. I don't know that I'd do that though, but like that we could do some interesting things with that maybe, especially like if we because I do want to have like story implementations for these items. Some of these items, like we have a cursed item for those who may not have been here, a broken sword that is possessed. Welcome to the stream, Manic. We have a broken sword that's possessed by the soul of its previous owner, and it has a quest to it, like you can purify the blade. And so we could do that, something like that, with the we could do that with the shield. Like maybe you have some kind of quest to it. It could talk to you through that quest. I think that would be really cool. Ice shield could be cool. I would have to implement the freeze ability, so it's not something I would do anytime soon, but that's a good idea. Ice shield freezes enemies and attack you. I like the idea of shields doing things to enemies that attack you. That would be a really good thing. Sets you on fire and also sets enemies up on contact. Yeah. Oh, fire contact could be good. Well, it would do that. Like I think we have it to where inflicts fire damage to enemies when attacked. And so most enemies, like I think all enemies, if they don't have it, I've forgot to add it, have contact damage. That would trigger that anyhow. So if they touched you, they would have damage you and they would get hit by the fire. So we could just do fire damage when they hit you, and that should be the same thing. I suggested the Thorns ideas earlier, but I don't think it'd be a good idea to put it in a shield that also deals fire damage and grants immunity to said fire damage. No, that would be toward. That's why I did that thorny shield. I don't think that's something we would do different. Like we could do that as the nature shield. We'll put it up here. I don't know that it'd be the nature shield, so I'm just going to put it under it as a little so it's in the same idea. But it could be a nature shield, but it could be something else. But I don't want to stack too much onto a weapon because I have to put all that in the tool script, and these kind of get a little ridiculous at times. But yeah. Okay, so back to this guy. Did it look better, thinner, or wider? I'm not sure. I think we'll go with wide. Hello, you finally made it. Welcome to the stream. I don't know if the items in this game are supposed to be equally strong or just slowly get stronger the further you play. Well, right now, for the demo, everything's on the table. Like every item that you get is going to be in the first area because there's only one area. Like you'll do the first floor, and then you'll fight the boss, and then like a little cutscene or whatever. So everything is up for grabs. But in the final game, like they're rare at the start. They'll be rare. Like I don't know if they'll always be available, but they'll be very rare to start. And as the first years you go along, the less rare they become. Is the idea. You're not convinced about the eyes? Why not? What do you think we could do with the eyes? I think they lost a bit of shape when we did the that would look good if we had more space on the head. We also, maybe if we have a bit of here. The face looks a little broad. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It is a shield. They look a bit ooh-woo. The eyes? I don't think they look a bit ooh-woo. Eyes are tricky. What if I... Oh no, oh no, he looks so sad. What if I bring this up here? Pixar eyes are always so difficult because just the smallest little tweak changes everything. That looks like a robot. I can't imagine how we could do the eyes in a different way. Better? No. You put the red on the inside? Inside of what? What do you mean? If the nature shield is going to have thorns effect, I think it'd be good to make it a very defensive tool. Meanwhile, the demon shield you're active working on should have a more offensive role. Most abilities, the way shields work is they're going to have like some sort of they help you benefit, like they have damage reduction for you, maybe add some immunity, and then they could damage enemies when they attack you. None of them do that yet, but we'll probably add some of those. And then they have abilities. So the current shield has a shield throw ability. I'm thinking of adding like a shield bash ability. This one could have something else, maybe some kind of magic spell or whatever. So yeah. Okay, we tried 3 pixels top is black. Wait, 3 pixels top is black. Bottom is black. Inside is red. Bottom is black. Inside is red. Not sure what you mean. Like we tried. That we have that would work if we if we had like this. Personally, I think the eyes are fine. You can always tweak them later, but I think that's fine. What if we give him, bring this head down a little bit? Give him a bit more space here and there. Hmm. 3 pixels top, the inverted L shape you had. I don't know what you mean. The exact thing, but with the red on the inside instead of the outside. When you have the long top right there, it looks like he's sad. Let's see. I don't know time. I don't know what to do that. It looks less menacing though. Anyhow, I think we're gonna pound this back. Oh, I think also his eyes might be too far down on his forehead. Maybe no, maybe fine, but. We'll go with that. Black to red, red to black. The first shield you tried looks fine to me. I think this looks fine. I'm going to try to add some more shield elements to it. So let me look here. And what we could do is have like, I don't know, this might be tricky to pull off. Sort of have like some kind of shield looking thing here. I don't know that we can do this. Yeah, I think we'll just leave it like that. Might add this though. The face looks a little round. No, we'll go back to what we had there. And I think that will be fine. Yeah, I kind of want to see what this looks like on him though. A funny pun, the current face looks derpy. Does the drawing pad help with pixel art? I really want to get a fancy one. The drawing, I would not be able to do pixel art without a drawing pad, Artendi. And I do not recommend it. With the drawing pad, like with a mouse, it's very precise. Like you're clicking each individual pixel. But with a drawing pad, I can just sort of sketch and sculpt and everything. I disagree, absolutely. I would not do pixel art without a drawing pad. I've tried pixel art without a drawing pad. Getting a drawing pad was the best thing for my pixel art. Check Discord. All right. Okay, let's try that. Oop. It looks funny in that position. It kind of look, there's a tangent here with this horn and the eye. I don't like it. Oh God. I think that looks more menacing. Maybe I should try using a tablet for once. I just think it's better for drawing non-pixel art stuff. Everybody's gonna be different, but like seriously, like I sometimes I do pixel art. Like even when I'm prototyping, I don't want to pull out my tablet, so I will do pixel art with a mouse, and I hate it. It's so bad. Like, and then again, keep in mind, I'm not very precise with my pixel art. Like, yeah, like if you're planning out each and every individual pixel, but when I draw, like, especially drawing characters, you'll see like I'm very much like a sculpting, more of a sculpting type of guy. Like say if I want to draw a ghost, if we're drawing a ghost, you know, I'm not planning out each individual pixel. I'm just sort of going in here and sketching. But even like when I start getting that down to detail, I just find it so much easier to do with the tablet. Highly recommend. Speaking of which, we should make a ghost pet. That would be really cool. we could have like a really cute ghost pet, but then like occasionally it breaks out this little monstrous thing. I think that would be bad. Yeah, I do everything with a mouse, and if I have to do a lot of art in one day, a lot of precision, my arm burns with the pain of 1,000,000 pixels. That's also another thing for like it's really like the I think Kenny said this on Twitter as well. Like he figured like he's whenever he does like half an hour of pixel art, like the precise movement of the mouse, especially the mouse, the mouse is so difficult to get each individual like the pixel you want it, but it's a lot easier to select individual pixels with a drawing pencil, in my opinion. Mouse is tricky. Pencil eyes, I found it's a lot easier to select. All right, like so much so that even when I'm doing Godot, and you know, like when you have to do those bit masks, like in this tile set here. Let me think. Let me go here. Like even with these bit masks here, I will do these with a drawing tablet because it's so easier to be precise. Like instead of having to mouse it and do it like that, it's a lot easier for me to just do it with a drawing tablet. So I will literally bust out my drawing tablet just to do bit masks. That's just me. A ghost pet, when you die, it possesses you and revives you with 1 health. Oh, that's so cool. And it destroys the item. That's so cool, dude. That is great. When you die, the ghost possesses your body to revive you. And the idea being that you actually die, but the ghost lives on inside of you. That is good. I don't know about 1 health. Well, maybe. We'll make a little question mark. And destroys the item. Because the item would be the accessory. That's really good. That is really good. I love it. Great job. Will you make shields and additional weapons that match the color scheme? Probably. We could do like sets. Now the thing is, like, and at the end, like towards the end, like once we have the final game, there's going to be a lot of items. And so already, like if I pull up, I've got a little tool here I made to looking at my loot table data. So if you look here at the common chest, you can already see that some of these are like really uncommon, and we don't even have that many yet. Like the scythe. Oops. The scythe has like a 3.1% chance to get. Broken sword has a 2.2% chance. And that is in the common chest. Rare chest is a little different, but there's only 3 items. Potions, you always get one in a rare chest. But there's only like 3 items that you get. And so these are, but like here, like they're already pretty low. And like this is a fraction of what's going to be in these items. If it destroys the item, maybe it should be full health. If it doesn't, then it keeps them from being OP. It makes it, maybe it should be 1 health. Let's see. If it doesn't, then to keep it from being OP. Well, I mean, like, it would be OP if it didn't destroy the item, because it would revive you every time you died. But the idea being here is that, like, the ghost would attack with you, but it would serve as a single revive. Full health might be a bit OP as well, and 1 health might be a little too under. So I'm going to say half health. I think half health might be good. Or quarter health. The amount of health you get revived by the ghost could change depending on how weak the ghost is. Too much, like, too much depth. I think we should keep it consistent. Because then we'd have to have, like, different tiers ghosts, and I don't... Not really. I think we should just have that one ghost and have that one item. And the ghost, the amount that it heals you would be consistent. But that is a great one. Okay. Oh, now we're going to have cursed items and possessed items in the game. And basically the way they work is, once you equip them, they can't become unequipped, I guess, unless maybe we do some kind of purifying thing. And so you could have a negative effect on that item that gives you the ghost pet. And then you would, like, when you die, you would lose that negative effect, but you'd also lose the revive. Something to consider. So what I'm going to do with that... So, like, basically the idea is it would have negative effects until it took effect. And then, like, you'd have to deal with those negative effects, but you would gain the revive. Something to consider. Half health, yeah, I think half health will work. Okay. So, yeah, so let's get this shield. It's not done yet. But, I'm going to cut this out to its own layer. Okay. Because I'm going to take this. And we're going to save this. I'm just going to call it Demon Shield for now. And let me come up with a cool name for it later. Let's go ahead and throw that into the game and see what that looks like. I don't know how quick this will be. I've only ever made 1 shield, but it should be fine. what we typically do is we just have a shield item. Oop. Demon shield item. And here, we'll just call it demon shield. We don't have, well, we'll use that one. Well, we need to actually make the icon itself for it. So for that, we've got to take the sprite again. And then we resize it up to that. This is the icon that shows in the inventory. There. We'll leave all that other information. It is not important, but we do need to duplicate this. Well, we're going to inherit it. No inherited scene. Because that should be the that. Give it this. And that should be fine. Let's see. Thank you so much for the hardware. Well, thank you for enjoying it. Maybe purified water pouch on the character, so if you get negative effects, you could purify it. Cool. Now, we have to be, I need to explain the cursed and possessed stuff. The cursed stuff and possessed stuff essentially work the same way. Cursed items will latch onto you can't remove it. Typical cursed stuff. Possessed items, we want to be able to purify them, but probably through a quest. So we have the broken sword, and in doing a quest, if you get like far enough into the dungeon, you can find like a shrine or something to purify the blade, to remove the spirit, and get a new item. And so we don't want to be able to just like splash some water on it that you found in a chest. You know, we want to save that for like an actual quest thing. So that's a really cool idea. I don't know that we would want to use it to purify it, though. We could use it to maybe remove the item. But a purified water to remove cursed items. Well, now I don't know if we'll uncurse it. No, but it's something we'll consider. I was thinking more maybe you'd find somebody that could uncurse them for you. But we'll have to think about that insofar as the design goes. So back to this right quick. I think we're about done here. We just need to give it this shield item here. And then we should be able to equip it. Oh. I gotta fix that thing. I don't think you can. Yeah, you can't do that. I gotta fix that command. So let's give myself the broken sword. I think that looks really cool, especially if we throw in some particle effects. Yeah, I think that looks really good. We could even throw in like a glowing effect, like the eyes sort of shift the saturation values a little bit, maybe, or the hue a little bit. I think that looks really good. But yeah, I think I want to do a whole weapon set with this too, like some kind of demonic weapon, like a spear maybe or something. Very cool. Okay. So yeah, I like that. Okay, so what do we have here? I have a lot of good ideas today as well, which is what I was really excited for. I was wanting to get some ideas to throw into the demo. That looks good. So let's think, what else could we do right quick? So stupid. Let's think about that ghost. That ghost is a really cool idea. I want to work on that. So let's pull up for this. We'll go into go into like a cave setting here. I think that's the one I usually work in. Yeah. go here right quick, and we'll design that ghost. See what he looks like in here. Tortoise shield. We ain't going to do too many shields. I think we have 2 shields. That should be plenty for the demo. I don't want to work too much with shields. The tortoise shield is a good idea. We'll add it to the list. I don't know how to spell tortoise. Shield. Okay. But we have enough shields for now. I'm going to design this ghost. What kind of ghost do we want? I'm thinking a really cute ghost that turns... I love the idea of like a cute ghost that turns just menacing when it possesses you. I think that would be great. Like, sort of like he's acting like a friend kind of thing. Do you know the ghost in Don't Starve? I don't know the ghost in Don't Starve. I'm gonna look up some ghosts though to get some ideas for what we can draw. What if the shield deals more damage to burning targets and then sort of set things on fire? I was thinking of doing that with fire in general. Like maybe if something's already on fire, it takes more damage. We could maybe do that. That for the demon's weapon, that would be really good. Demon weapon does more damage when target is on fire. The tortoise shield makes you go slower, but you always win the race. I'm I'm gonna add makes you slower, but I do want to add like maybe like add a reference to it in the tooltip. Makes you slower, and it'll be like slow and steady in the tooltip or something like that. Interesting. Okay, we're going to pull that out. The Ghost and Don't Starve are cute. I will look up the Ghost and Don't Starve so we can get some ideas. Don't Starve Ghost. So we have those. I assume those are the ones you're talking about. See if there's anything we could use here. Nothing that really stands out. So what I'm going to look for is cute ghost. I want to go with just the cutest, most adorable ghost. And then when it gets the chance to possess your body, it will like just sort of turn into this monster. I think that would be great. This is really cute. I love the idea of like some kind of oh, okay. So some kind of spirit that has a blanket over itself, and then whenever it gets the chance to possess you, it just rips that blanket off, and it's just this demon-looking thing. I think that would be great. Oh, that's such a good idea. Let's see. Not seeing too many interesting ghosts. Now this is cool. Like not like cool itself, but like the sort of like cat-like shape, maybe. We'll take a look at this as well. I'll take some of these into consideration. And I think that might be all the references we need. We'll grab this as well. Okay. Let's see. The negative effect, there could be some switches left and right, like your movement. I don't like when games do that. This is an excellent idea. Thank you. And thank you to the person that came up with the original one. I was aware for a hot sec how to do some latex to take care of. The tortoise shield could have similar throwing effect like the other shield you made, but it goes slower, does more damage, and maybe knocks them back. No, I want it to be unique with the abilities. I don't want to riff off of them. What word processor is he using? You're talking about the note taking thing. That would be Evernote. There. It's really good. For the color, definitely ghost white. Yeah, definitely like a ghost. I don't know about maybe a pure white. Maybe. Absolutely. Okay, so what do we, now here's what I'm thinking. Do we design the monster first or the ghost? The what I'm thinking is, if either way could work. We could start with the cute, and then see, and then sort of turn that into a monster. We could start with the monster and find a way to turn that cute. You want to start with the ghost? Let's see what y'all think. What are you doing right now? We are designing a ghost sort of companion. Like, you can get this equipped item that you can put on. It will summon a ghost to your side. And these pets here, they sort of like attack with you and stuff like that. Maybe they offer some buffs or whatever, and maybe they defend for you or whatever. And then, but this one, if you die, the ghost will then take off, like rip off its blanket, little sheet or whatever, to reveal that it's this evil monster that is going to possess your body, revive you, implying that you are no longer in the body, like it is now the ghost that lives on as you. So we need to draw two things. We need to draw the ghost. We need to draw the monster and the ghost. But geez, monsters usually are cute. Yes, do monster first, then transform into cute. Start ghosty. I think we'll start ghost. All right. So I really like, really like this sort of black feet creature under the blanket, and I really think that will sort of foreshadow the fact that it's maybe not what it seems to be. The way you have constraint for the monster, that way you have constraint for the monster. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll start with the silhouette, I guess. So yeah, let's see, what shape do we want? There do be spamming. What are we spamming? How does normal death work? Do you come back at the start of the level, or is it? It's a roguelike. By the way, this reQuest is now a roguelike. reQuest roguelike. For the sake of brevity, I didn't want to do all that open world designing and stuff for the platformer. So it turned into a roguelike. There's going to be a town. There's going to be some explorable areas and stuff like that. Typically was going to be, but instead of just this whole big open world, it's going to have like little procedural dungeons. Mimic is being spammed as its suggestion for reference. I don't see it. YouTube must not be showing it to me. I think you could do like those plushies that turn inside out instead of the blanket idea. I like the blanket idea because ghosts are the whole blanket ghost is a thing. I think that's a great idea. Plushie is not really as associated with the ghost. Okay, and so I'm thinking like we have some sort of like we have this as the blanket, like this here, and then we have these sort of like maybe some kind of like several legs crittering under it, maybe. I think that would be good. Let's darken this up a bit so we can see where the legs begin and the blanket ends. Like that. You could take the player as a ref. What are we talking about? Perhaps a possessed plushie look. I like the idea of the sheet and you can see the critter under it. Really like this idea. And I think we want to have like clearly have these two legs, but the other stuff could be like sort of like weird things dangling off of them. Let's go ahead and throw in his eyes. So what are we going to do for eyes? Let's look at these ghosts and think about this. Like faces and stuff like that. So I think hollow eyes. I wanted to make them really cute looking with the sheet. I really like the idea of some kind of cat-like ears. Okay. Okay, I think I got an idea. That's a big ghost? Yeah, he's a big ghost. We'll have to see what he looks like and everything. So, I want to give him, like, really cute eyes. That'll be interesting. Maybe like a little highlight. And I'm thinking like some kind of like some happy little mouth. Stupid. Maybe some kind of like like something like that. About the same size as the player, no? We might shrink him down. Where were you all the time? I'm working on the game. If you're talking about like YouTube updates, I wouldn't like. I do YouTube when I can, when it interests me to do so. If you want to stay updated on the game, I would suggest you go to the no Uwu Ghost. You don't like the Uwu Ghost, so you want the other one, which I removed like a silly one. So yeah, if you want updates, I would suggest going to the Discord, because Discord or the YouTube, I just do it whenever I feel like it. Maybe you don't need to give it a mouth. The player doesn't have a mouth. No, I want it to be just the most cute thing, and mouths really help with that. If I want to give him like a really cute mouth, he may not have a mouth underneath it, but he has cut a mouth into the sheet because he wants to be seen as cute. All right, and I do think we're going to try to do and throw in some little cute little ears somehow. Until it's not. No mouth, no arms, just floating head and hands all around. Derpy is safe until it's not. Tiny fangs? Tiny fangs. The trouble is that might make him look too sinister. I wanted to, like, face-wise, I wanted to just look as cute as possible. We want sinister to be down here. Sort of like he doesn't realize his tentacles are showing kind of thing. That's not too bad. But I don't know. I don't think we're going to do that. Let's maybe throw in a tongue, though. Mice front teeth? No. I'd blush. It always makes think that is a good idea, actually. Little blushies. Yeah. That's so stupid. Like I said, look up. No, I see. Oh, I don't know. Tiny fangs can be cute, right? Just me. Well, I mean, no. I'm going with more like a babyish cute. So stupid though. Okay. I'll start coloring. We might have to create like a. I think that would work. I think that'll work. I'm going to cut this out. I didn't realize I wasn't on a new layer for it. And we'll probably resize him a bit, because he is a bit big. So, to do that, we'll take this, what we have here. I'll take this, so bring that up a bit. Maybe gray. Well, do you have the list of features needed for an MVP? Maybe. The MVP's, oh no, not the MVP, but the demo is what I'm working on. But it's pretty much done. I just need to add cutscenes, the cutscene story and stuff. We're testing right now, so I'm going to be fixing bugs and adding in quality of life features, polishing and stuff like that. Pretty much wrapping it up. Yeah, I have dash cards, which has been doing my my checklisting stuff. And now some of these I probably need to add more to these, but like I need to fix the chatbot spooter texture, create the accessories for testers, which is sort of what we're doing here. Yeah, just need to do some basic checking to make sure I can't break something. Maybe that's some solid project management right there. Well, you know me, I am a chaotic person at heart. That is how I roll. It's the paint bucket tool hotkey is G Creative Ghost. No, it did something different. It also affected the axe when you used it. It's the G. It has a continuous thing here. If you have continuous on, then it would like do that. But if you turn it off, and it's not going to affect it now because of it's on a separate layer. But like if I go here, whoop, and just nope, throw that there, and if I press G, the continuous is off, then it'll affect that over there. But if you turn it on, it only affects that one. Howdy, howdy. So. Okay. So this guy's cute, and I think it's where I want him to be. I do want to shape the cloth up a little bit more. I want to sort of wave a bit like that. Okay. Now we need to focus on the monster underneath. How do we make him look? Or we're still working on the ghost part, but we want to sort of make the ghost look like sort of foreshadow that he's actually a monster. These ears, I don't know that these ears are working. The way I wanted them to. Maybe that works. An octo monster. I want to be too careful about too much like animation, basically. Another negative effect to be all the colors get inverted for a short time. I'm thinking more mechanical wise. I'm not too keen on like just altering something like that so much. With this, we're gonna have. We can also start with the silhouetting that. I think we're gonna make his hand, like his body, black. Maybe either that or it's gonna be the darker gray. All right. Yeah, let's go with the darker one because I want to take this. And with this, is that really that one? Okay. Well, we're going to change this. We're going to change this to that lighter color. And I want to sort of have this sort of darker under the shadow thing. Maybe that's too... No, it's very bright. If I do that... throwable mayo. No. Silly. Okay. I want to shift this about. Look too centered. It could be fine. All right, so how do we foreshadow a little more that this guy is sinister, a little more evil than he lets on? I think this might just do it. Like, that kind of looks a little creepy. Right? This color, I don't know what this color is doing, though. This color is a little too... It's not sitting well with everything else. No foreshadowing. It just no. I want to foreshadow it. I absolutely want to foreshadow it. I think that'll be the best. I think this is fine though. I think that's enough foreshadowing. It looks a little weird. Like what's under there? Foreshadowing is fun though. It makes the payoff better. This looks too spiky. Nice scary thing. Nice looking scary thing. Do you have a scary looking nice thing? Didn't we do that? I don't know. It feels like something we've done before. It kind of looks like more like a human cute version of shiny Gengar. A tear in the sheet with a brighter color. Oh, that's an interesting idea. I don't know that we'll do this, but... Oh. Because it's a little too obvious. Especially, like, I really wanted to keep the face cute. But just some sort of, like... Like, maybe something happens that cuts the sheet or something. I don't know. I'm going to make a note of that, though. Or if you get low enough on health, not like if you start getting low on health, like we could change it based on your health. Well, I'll make a note of that because that's a really cool idea. Where is my ghost? Okay. When you start getting lower on health, it starts grinning. I think that could be good. Maybe if it takes damage, you see something underneath for a moment. I was thinking about like if it took enough damage, it could start to rip the sheet. But I don't know that I'm going to have it take damage because there's no. I don't think there's really a point for it because it's based on the item. So like when you get the item, you sort of gain this companion. Imagine like I think Binding of Isaac has it where like you can gain flies that attack for you kind of thing. I don't think they take damage, and that's sort of the thing I'm going for here. Like these critters don't take damage. Like you're the main target, but they sort of help you in battle kind of thing. So I don't know that it will ever take damage. But what I would add is I would say if it can take damage, then we could tear the sheet to show a bit of the face underneath. Okay. I think this works. Now we need to design the actual monster itself. So let's pull this guy to us aside for about. We'll go and copy it as well. And we need to pick the actual monster that's underneath. Now, what is this guy going to be like? Inside, you can see a bit of red or something. I think he's going to be like a black critter. Um, so let's think. Oop. Okay. Or if you take a big amount of damage and it rips the sheet for a moment. like a false start. If you take a large amount of damage, it starts to take the sheet off, but realizes you're not dead. Now that might be confusing to the player, but that is a note worth making. Okay, so what is this guy gonna look like? I'm gonna get rid of the sheet here. We'll keep the eye position. Probably should have kept the mouth position as well, but it's fine. What we can do is we can just copy this and put it in about the same spot. Just so we have an idea for where the mouth is. Okay. So, what does this guy look like? I'm going to work on the lighter color here. Yeah. Keep up the great work and the great tutorials. Well, thank you. I haven't made tutorials in years, though. Been a long subscriber to your channel. You're a smart guy. Well, thank you. All right, so with this guy, I make make it lose the light reflection out. Yeah, it's gonna we're gonna figure out something with that. I don't know what I want to do with that yet, but yeah, we'll lose that for sure. This probably goes without saying, but the tentacles should be sharp. I don't know that it's gonna be tentacles. It might be hands. We'll have to see. Tentacles will be a lot of animating. So what would make this guy look creepy? It's hard to start with cute and go creepy. What if we give him like some long hands? Oop. Now I do want to make a smile, really. Like, let's keep that general shape there. What about, okay, let's grab these. Use as a guide. There. We're just gonna bring these underneath. Spiky head, sharp finger, something like Haunter from Pokemon. Maybe, because we're about to add these little horns here. Oh, I need to go here. I need to save my palette. There. Okay. So I have some kind of like, oh, let's do this on the other one. These are actually horns. A purplish, very opaque cloud around him. be some interesting thing to do with particle effects. Because we do have another thing I wanted to sort of do was if you look at the broken sword. That has this sort of like particle effect, and that color I think I want to sort of use to possess things, maybe. So we could sneak that in. Now for the eyes, what do we want to do with the eyes? Okay, we can get rid of that now. Eyes should be scary. How are we going to do scary eyes? Eyes are tricky, especially in pixel art. We figured that out last time. Now I sort of want to keep the same general shape with them though. We could do something like this though. Or what if we keep white can be creepy if you do it right. Get us here and here. If you sort of isolate it a bit. That's interesting that it's... That's because we're... Okay. Well, okay, what we could do instead is bring it forward a bit. Like that. It's not exactly in the same spot, but he could like change the way he looks. What I'm going to do is as well... Should have done this actually. Just copy that. And put that here. So you see the overlap. Oh, I'm getting my layers confused. Where are you at? Jeez, okay. I want to be able to sort of toggle this to see what the differences are. Okay, I think asymmetric eyes looked crazy. Maybe blood red somewhere. Maybe. Let's add up a little bit of a thing there. And then we could add, maybe try a bit of red here. Maybe even both if you want to go crazy with a line of red under the horns or eyes. Maybe. So red's going to be hard to incorporate in general. Well, the red might be too much. Probably gonna get a rating hit because of this one. His legs go all the way to his chin. Yeah, this is good. I like it. I need to do some kind of like loud shriek when he does it too, like some kind of sound effect to really sell it. Oops, someone spilled some jam. Is this ghost supposed to be an imp or something? Just something I sketched up. It's not supposed to be anything in particular. I think it's pretty good. Okay. We'll add a bit of this here. He only wants to eat your face like friends do. He wants your soul. He wants your body. I think something. Oh, let's see. It's a friend. It is a friend. Is the left side an arm or part of the body? This thing's supposed to be an arm. That's his leg. That's his leg. And that's his arm. I think that's good. What do y'all think of that? Oh, silly. I think we need to work on the ghost a bit more though. Oh, I can probably do that later. What time are we at? Yeah, it's just about 2 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. So we did a couple things. We did this little demon shield, which is pretty good. I'm gonna spawn it right quick. I think Tim could do with more red. That would match the. We'd have to change it for the. Yeah, it works. We have to change it here as well. And that one, I'm not so sure. Well, we can change it. Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't know. It's kind of cute though. I mean, that was a fun stream. Well, thank you. I enjoyed it. Thank y'all for watching. Oh yeah, but we made this little demon shield. I have to figure out what offensive ability I want to give it, so I'm not really sure. Item. Demon shield. I think that's what we called it. Yeah. Look at this little guy. G made something more scary than cute for a change. What are you talking about? I think he's kind of cute, actually. I think he's adorable. But yeah. That shield is really good too. We had some really good stuff this time. Some great ideas too. I'll be working on these later on. The demo is gonna be coming out soon, but not like cute. I don't know. It's pretty cute. The demo is gonna be coming out soon though. I don't know when yet, but like really soon. Like we're testing it. I've got to add cutscenes, and then quality of life fixes is gonna be out. So be prepared for that. So yeah. But appreciate y'all for the help. We've got some great ideas. I'm probably going to stream again soon because, like I said, I want to throw in some more content just to make things interesting. So we'll probably be doing another one soon. But until then, y'all take it easy. Thank y'all for watching the stream.